Good evening. May I now request Mr. Ramesh Vijay Kumar from NPCI to take the stage, please. May I now request Mr. Prasad, CEO of CAMS, to take the stage, please. We have Mr. Guru joining us from PayPal. Thank you very much, Guru, for joining us. Akila, may I request you to join the stage for us to start the release of the TiE Chennai FinTech newsletter issue 1. May I request Mr. Ramesh Vijay Kumar to release and Mr. Prasad to receive the newsletter, and the physical copy of the newsletter may be required for this occasion. May I request our good friend Akila to provide a copy to Guru Bhatt of PayPal, please. Mr. Ramesh Vijay Kumar.
When the Congress government came the last time, it was a process handed over to the UIDI, Mr. Nandan Nilenkani, and Mr. Nandan Nilenkani, during his conversation with our MD, Mr. Hota, came out with a beautiful idea that if it's an identity for an individual, why can't we use that identity to transfer money without anything else but just that number? That was the concept that was the underlying factor that evolved the Aadhaar-enabled payment systems. Now, Aadhaar-enabled payment systems, all of you all may not be aware of, has got two legs. In our terminology, we call it the push and the pull. Pushing the money and pulling the money. Push is where I came into the picture for NPCI, where we were creating the Aadhaar payment bridge. And I still recollect the design that we created for the Aadhaar payment bridge was nothing but a bridge connecting two individuals. One being the government or anybody which wants to transfer money, and the other the individual who needs to get that money. 2020 is the year in which we are expecting every Indian citizen to have utilized one or the other product of NPCI. These are the 6 products which are currently in existence. The product which is now coming out and which is creating a bit of a craze in the market is the unified payment interface, which is nothing but we have just moved one step ahead of Aadhaar. Aadhaar was your UIDI number as your identifier. Now in UPI, what we have done is your identifier becomes something like a mail ID. So your Ramesh at Indian Bank becomes an identifier for Ramesh. And Indian Bank attaches this to the account Ramesh may be having with Indian Bank. Now, whenever Ramesh wants to transfer or receive money, this is what flows. At the back end, the banks would have linked this particular ID to the account number. So there is no flow of IFSC, account number, IN number, MICR, nothing. Is just a at bank or at PSP, whatever. That is going to evolve. The difference between IMPS and UPI is IMPS is just a push. I'm pushing money. I'm sending money to one person. I'm, transferring funds from one person to another. In the case of UPI, a merchant can pull money from your account, but it is not that easy that he just gives your PSP and pulls money out. The moment he gives you a PSP, the OTP goes to your mobile with a message stating that this merchant wants to take this money from your account. Are you okay? Only if you say yes and apply your MPIN will the transaction get affected. So there are securities, because without securities, RBI will not allow us to implement any product. And the dual factor authentication is implemented across all the products, which is a requirement for all financial transactions. Now I move to the product which we are supposed to be discussing, the Aadhaar-based payment and settlement systems. Two working groups were constituted by RBI, that is for checking on the micro ATM standards and the central infrastructure and connectivity for Aadhaar-based financial institution inclusion transactions. And they were represented by RBI, UIDAI, NPCI, IDRBT, and some special invitees from the banking industry. The working group proposed to conduct a lab-level proof of concept integrating the authentication and encryption standards of UIDAI. Mind you, all Aadhaar-based transactions, which are something similar to your know your customer type of transactions, non-financial, all have to hit UIDAI because UIDAI never shares the database of the customers. So if anyone needs to verify anything, has to hit the UIDAI database. And for that, you need to be a person authorized by UIDAI to get data from them. This is just to give you an idea as to what are the benefits that have been seen through using Aadhaar on electronic benefit transactions. Disbursal of rupees 61,000 crores through DBT in financial year 16 shows that the scheme is working well at the ground level. Compared to 2012, when we had just launched, it was only around 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. Now to 61,000 crore worth of subsidies that has gone. The government must ensure that Aadhaar-based DBT now spreads fast to other social sector schemes, both central and state. Not only have the Aadhaar enrollments crossed the 100 crore mark last month, Aadhaar-based DBT has been provided a statutory backing. But the whole scheme is also progressing quite well, even though the coverage is still limited to the 30 crore Aadhaars linked to the mapper. But it is progressing, it is slowly increasing. In financial year 16, over 61,000 crore was distributed to more than 30 crore beneficiaries, including 25,000 crore in Narega, 21,000 crore in LPG. In terms of saving, now this is what is of interest to all the governments and reason why Tamil Nadu government has started coming into this now. Over 1.6 crore bogus ration cards have been deleted, which saved about rupees 10,000 crores. 3.5 crore duplicate beneficiaries were weeded out in LPG scheme, resulting in savings of over rupees 14,000 crores. And in Narega, rupees 3,000 crore, that is about 10% savings, have been estimated that year. This huge savings for the government, be it state or be it the central government. The results of Aadhaar experiments in these areas have resulted in estimated savings of rupees 2,346 crore in PDS, that is your distribution system, public distribution systems across the states of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Puducherry and Delhi. Savings of 277 crore across Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Punjab in scholarship payments, and 66 crore in Jharkhand, Chandigarh and Puducherry in pensions. According to latest government data, there are 1.25 lakh bank mitras, which is nothing but the business correspondents, operating 1.05 lakh handheld machines. In a week, at least 54,000 machines are active, which means they make at least one transaction. Most of these transactions either happen on Aadhaar enabled or the RuPay card. Mobile-based, recently, this is a new news, mobile-based fintech startup ECO has tied up with National Payments Corporation to launch the Aadhaar-based remittance system that will allow the former's 12.5 million customers to send and receive money using Aadhaar in a hassle-free manner. ECO, this is a statement given by their management. ECO has successfully integrated with Aadhaar-based remittance extended by NPCI, and it will allow our customers to effect transactions independent of information like bank name, account number, IFSC that are currently required for any financial transactions. 2020, touching every Indian. That is what the motto of every NPCIN is. Thank you.
More questions here and a lot more topics to cover. as we said, we have deep dive to do. Today was the Aadhaar and an overview of the various products that we have from NPCI, the innovations we have, some of which I would say unique in the world, like the unique ID. So I would like actually to keep the question answer session slightly a little later if it is possible, because I just want to make sure that I complete one more activity which I need to do to ensure that there are entrepreneurs here who would like to actually know, okay, this is great. How do I actually use it? What's it in it for me? And how can we do this? So I would like to actually invite, before that, every Facebook and every other favorite applications that you install reads your SMS. And you gave the permission for it to do so. And if you want to know more about it, it's all in here. And there are more interesting articles about pay-as-you-go insurance. And there are more articles about the Aadhaar, the some of the things that you heard. The interview from Mr. N.K. Prasad about how companies can provide value-added services using the eKYC. And that's very important from the entrepreneurs as well, because on one side, the purpose of TiE's existence is to ensure and foster networking and entrepreneurship.
Today, in securities market, you can actually set up a mutual fund account without being present in front of an office of a mutual fund or a registrar like CAMS. You can do it from wherever you are, and you can do it in a presence-less and also paperless fashion. And you can start transacting right away. Your account is set up in a matter of minutes.
Good evening all, and once again thank you Ramesh and thank you Prasad for being here, and thank you all for being a very supportive audience. And I would like to invite our TiECon Chennai 2016 Chair VC to introduce V. Chandrasekhar, to introduce TiECon to this group, and then Praveen, who is part of our programs committee. Is Praveen here? Yes, please. Yes, over to you, VC.
We certainly want to give all our members and entrepreneurs really some transformative experience out of this TiECon. So therefore we said everyone who's going to come to TiECon should really have a transformative experience, one or two really changing lessons that they can go and apply in their entrepreneurial professional lives, in their business. So that is really the core idea with which we said we'll plan this whole thing. It's going to be 2 full-day event. And both days, it's not like first days, both days are equally weighted, equally packed. We have fantastic, eclectic line of speakers. And it is November 4th and 5th at the ITC Grand Chola.
We want to offer these workshops as an opportunity to also share your perspectives from your own businesses, and thereby actually make it a collective learning opportunity for the entire group that comes in there.
Thank you very much. Thank you, panelists. And Akhila, over to you to close it.
I would like to actually thank Mahesh specifically, because he leads the special interest group, FinTech SIG, TiE Chennai special interest group of FinTech SIG, and he has been responsible for putting this grand show together. So thank you once again, Mahesh.
Thank you. I think Akhila has this greatest ability to inspire anyone to do their best. So thank you, Akhila.